When I came here to KU, I realized that there were no courses on Islam. And the research interests that I had meant that in discussing my work in northern Nigeria, I had to talk about Islam. It's important that students know about Islam, and since they don't have a chance to learn about it in K through 12, and as I said, I hope that is changing, but 20 years ago, it was the case that people knew very little about Islam. I saw that there was a need to talk about it in the class. And in the past 20 years, we've developed several courses on Islam that have been taught consistently in our department, and that's really important. It's important for students to learn about Islam, to be mature individuals, to be good citizens, to be people who know how to vote, how to participate in the polity. So we need to take every opportunity we can to talk about Islam. Women especially are misunderstood. The latest brouhaha about the burkini demonstrates that conflict, and this idea of covering is usually perceived in the West as being imposed on women, whereas in an Islamic community, although it can be imposed in many situations, but it is not necessarily imposed. Many women I know talk about their right to wear hijab, their right to cover so that they feel comfortable in public. They don't feel like they are being objectified in public. So it should be a choice, and for people to understand it as a choice, they need to understand the mindset, the spiritual mindset, the point of view that women have. Very often, it's the case, particularly with students, that they will be Muslim in a class and not wear hijab, and halfway through the semester, you see them shifting into wearing hijab, and then they wear hijab for the rest of their lives. And I've talked to a number of them who have made this choice, and they have told me their parents objected. Their parents were first generation from another country, and they said, look, this is America. Women don't wear the veil. And the women, the students, have said, no, this is my choice. And some of them have said, oh, I started wearing hijab when I was a junior in high school. And at the time that I heard this, I had a daughter who was a junior in high school. And I instantly understood it, because this objectification of young women begins in early high school or even middle school. And this student said to me, once I put that hijab on, I had no trouble from guys in class in a public high school. So these young women are very savvy about what it means and what it doesn't mean, and how they can demonstrate overtly what their ethical values are and their spiritual values simply by what they're wearing. So all of this is important to talk about in public fora like the classroom. We need to have the chance to teach students about the world around them, about people who share their community, who have a lot to contribute, and from whom they can learn a lot. And I think that cross-pollination happens in the classroom.